A very good afternoon to our cherished listeners once again. It's always exciting to come your way every Wednesday with your favorite business development program on radio, Masterclass. Masterclass comes your way every Wednesday at 1:15 p.m. and runs all the way through to 2 p.m. here on your superstation, Joy 99.7. My name, as always, is Yabanafo, and I'm your host for the show. And so today is, the 27th of March. In exactly 4 days, the month of March will definitely come to an end. And then the first quarter of 2019 would have also come to an end. Here in Multimedia, even though we have a few more days in the month of March, we continue to celebrate Ghana Month, where we focus on the things that make us Ghanaian, the things that make us our culture rich. So we celebrate our culture, we celebrate our music, we celebrate our Ghanaian businesses, and we celebrate our general way of life. This weekend, all roads lead to the Savannah regions of Ghana. There's a trip starting from Accra all the way through to Kintampo. I believe that the rates were advertised on the morning show. I think it's 1,400 cedis for single and 1,200 cedis for double. I believe it is. If you want to be a part of that trip, by all means, pick up the phone, call JoyFM right now, and then you can be a part of that trip this weekend. Again, we say here on the show that if you have not started your business, now is the time to start. It's better late than never. And our prayer, as has always been here on the show, is that God bless our homeland Ghana and definitely make our nation great and strong. Masterclass is powered by Joy Business and Airtel Tigo Business. So we want to go straight into our discussion today. Last week we had with us in the studio Renee Q. Butting. Exciting discussion it was, as we also celebrate women in this month. 9th of March, I believe it was World Women's Day. And so we continue to celebrate women in this month. Today I have with me three, should I say, beautiful women in the studio. If you want to see what they look like, by all means, join us on our Facebook page. We're streaming live. You get to see my beautiful in-studio audience. But it's not just about their looks. It's also about what they've done and the fact that they're women. We continue to empower women. Last week I said that I wanted a woman listening into the show to be so angry in their spirit that they would want to do something. They would want to get up and take that step. You know, we're talking about why most people, and it's not just women, why people will not just start something, start a business, take that step. And one of the things that came out strongly was that it was, one, because of stereotype. Essentially, our societies are patriarchal societies, and so, you know, it's more pro-men than women. But also because most women are afraid to start. So we talked about fear. Today we continue with more examples. We have three. I know they're going to say they're not the owners of their businesses, but I like to see them as the owners of their businesses because they are the ones who are representing their businesses here today. And they're going to be telling us their stories. You know, we like to bring the stories to you because it's one thing telling you what the theories say. It's one thing saying that have a business plan, have a purpose, go through a recruitment process, have the lawyers look at your agreements, make sure that you smile when you call the customer. They can hear it in your voice. The customer is king. All that is well and good, but we also want to be able to juxtapose that against the realities on the ground. When you've borrowed money from the bank, when you're running that business, when you've got 3 staff, 4 staff, when the order has gone wrong and you've got only 3 hours to deliver and the customer will not take a no for an answer. When the customer, like Renee said last week, has given you a color to make a, what do you call that thing? What's that thing you guys wear? It's not the hat, it's the other one. Fascinator. And then, you know, you send the pictures to them and they say, no, that's not the color I wanted. And it's for a wedding, and the wedding is in 3 hours. And it takes 6 hours to make one fascinator, and they ask you for 7. When the reality hits home, what do you do as a business owner? These are some of the things that frighten people, and they say, look, I don't even want to get into it. You know, I'm just going to live my life and be my own person. But we're encouraging you to start, because if we have a lot of people going out there into business, it opens up the economy. It brings a lot of trade, cross-trade and all of that. And then we're able to also export some of the things that we have. So we don't keep importing everything into this country. Okay, so clearly, you know, it's a good thing once we're able to open our own businesses. I have with me in the studio, I think I'll start from my left. So I'll let them introduce themselves. If you just tuned in, this is Masterclass right here on your Superstation. Time check in the studio, 23 minutes past the hour of 1. And my first guest from my left, so you introduce yourself and you tell us the company that you represent. And then we'll go to the next person. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Caroline, representing Profish. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Profish.
Please say that again slowly, so that a woman listening in Accra today will be challenged to take that step that you did.
I am Caroline Pumi,
okay,
CEO and co-founder of Profish Ghana Limited.
Wow, Profish Ghana Limited.
Yeah.
I suppose that your business has something to do with fish.
Yes.
Okay, right. Next to Caroline, I have
My name is Ernestine Siameji.
Okay.
I represent Farm Cure Ghana Limited.
Right.
Yeah, I'm the operations officer and then a co-founder as well.
No, but today you are the CEO in the studio. You're the CEO in the studio today. Okay. And next to so this is Farm Cure.
Farm Cure Ghana.
Right. And then next to Ernestina, I have.
My name is Tumi Moahi, and I'm the operations and marketing lead for Growth Factor Technologies.
Marketing and operations lead. But today you are the CEO. Okay.
I'll wear the throne.
Okay. And you represent what business again? I just want you to stress on that again for me.
Growth Factor
Growth Factor.
Technologies.
Okay. And the one thing that all my guests have in common is that they all came out of the KIC Agritech Challenge that got put together by Cosmos. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember I did mention on this show earlier in the year that we want more corporates to begin to help the agenda of entrepreneurship here in this country. Total Ghana has done something recently with the Startupper Challenge. Cosmos is also doing something brilliant, and you are products of Cosmos. Essentially, what it is that you went into a challenge, a 10 months challenge, you brought different business ideas, you pitched against different people, and you guys came up tops. And at the end of the day, you got some seed money to start your businesses, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, super. And I'm sure they're going to be doing this over and over again. But let's very quickly, what schools did you go to? I'm not going to play any music for you today, probably at the end. Maybe I'll play Every Woman. You like Every Woman? Yeah, I'll play that for you at the end of the show. Right, okay. But very quickly, just so people are able to connect, let's start with you, Tumi. I can call you Tumi, yes?
Yes. That's
did you school in Ghana?
No, I'm actually South African. Came to Ghana in 2017, August 2017.
You like it here?
Yes, I love Ghana.
What's the one thing you like? We're celebrating Ghana month. What's the one thing you like about Ghana?
Plantain chips.
Oh my God. Okay, so to all the plantain chips manufacturers out there, you've got Tumi in the studio. You should give her a call. She may even arrange to start exporting plantain chips
Oh my gosh,
to South Africa. Ernestina, what school did you go to?
I attended Benkum Senior High School.
Right, so all the Benkum people in Ghana, you are the girl in the studio right now.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your tagline?
I'm called Ajua Farmer.
No.
So,
Your school. What is it that you say? Every girl will say
Nimdieni to me.
Nimdieni to me.
Yes,
So to all the Benkum people in the studio, Nimdieni to me is in the studio today.
Yeah.
Okay. Caroline.
Keta Senior High.
Okay. What's your tagline? What do you guys say?
Jolali.
Jolali. It means
fly
what?
now or never.
Fly now or never. And you're flying now, aren't you?
Flying.
Super. Let's talk about your businesses.
Okay.
I'll start with you, Ernestina. Farm Cure. What is Farm Cure about?
So basically, Farm Cure is an integrated pest management startup. What we do is to produce pest traps, which we call the Mwatanfo pest traps, for farmers who are looking to reduce the quantity of pesticides that they use on their farm, or for organic farmers who do not use pesticides at all. Yes.
So the idea is to be able to deal with the menace of pests,
Yes.
but at the same time reduce the application of chemicals
Exactly.
for that same process.
Exactly.
And
So-
this is because what? The chemicals have an effect on the product?
Yes, so too much chemicals are having effect on the health of humans due to consuming these vegetables, which has a lot of these chemicals in it. So we are trying to cut down the cost of purchasing a lot of pesticides, at the end of the day still causing harm to the human system.
I'm sure that the pesticide industry will not be very excited with you this afternoon. However, I mean, we're looking at health, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay, so, I suppose it goes without saying. I was going to say that the cabbages and the cucumbers, the tomatoes that we love to eat sometimes raw,
Yes.
it's absolutely essential that we minimize the amount of chemical
Yes.
that goes into it.
Yes.
Right.
So we actually work with the chemical companies, the input dealers. It is not to say to cut them off. It is just to help the farmers be able to regulate the pesticides that they apply at the right time and when it's needed. So we still work with them. We have an app that recommends pesticides for farmers to use due to depending on the pest that is affecting the particular vegetable that you are cultivating.
I'm tempted to be mischievous. What is the specific solution that you have for? And I'm not ignorant. I'm just asking. If you are listening, I'm just asking. What is it? The pest that is called akati. It's on cocoa, right?
Yes, it's on cocoa.
Okay. The English name for akati is what?
I have no idea. But then we deal with vegetables.
You deal with
Yes,
okay.
cocoa is a tree crop.
A tree crop, right?
Yes, but we deal with vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah, for now.
Okay, so we're talking. Somebody said fruits. Okay, that's what the vegetables.
So we
Is pear a vegetable or is it fruit? I'm just being mysterious, don't mind. Okay, so clearly it's on vegetables.
yes, it's on vegetables.
What would the approach be? I heard you say pest traps.
Yes.
I know that traps are usually for, for animals,
Okay.
but traps for pests.
yes, for
What's
pests.
that about? How does that work?
So it looks like a card. It's a card actually,
Right.
which we have produced. That is able, you install it on your farm, and it has the ability to attract flying insect pests.
Would this be similar to the insectocutus we see in restaurants and in hotels and all of that?
A little is similar.
Slightly similar.
Yeah, slightly similar.
Right. Caroline, let's come to you. Profish.
Yeah.
Okay, pro is positive. Draw attention to. Be more for.
Yeah.
So you're saying we should be more for. What's profish about? I'm just reminding you.
Okay, so ProFish is all for fish, right?
All for fish.
All for fish. We want to
Okay.
do everything fish, but then we have a starting point, which is Lojano. So I'm sure you've all heard about Lojano. If you've not heard about it, Lojano is a platform that creates market access for local fish farmers. So we allow fish farmers after harvest get markets for their produce, and then on the other hand, individuals and eateries that need healthy, wholesome fish are able to access this fish on the same platform. So the platform has two sides, connecting suppliers and then to eateries and individuals. Basically that.
So if I understand clearly, the solution you have or the business you run is one that brings fish farmers, if you like,
Yeah.
in contact with fish consumers.
Yes.
It's not that you farm the fish yourselves.
No, we don't farm the fish ourselves, but okay, so this is what we identified when we did a research. So there are various challenges in the sector, and one is getting markets for your produce. So Ghana, actually the protein we consume, fish constitutes like 60% of that, right? And yet we are not able to even consume what we produce locally. So we still import, we still get people smuggling in goods and all that stuff. Yet the local fish farmers here, because they are in rural areas, probably are not able to get their fish to the market.
The markets, yeah.
Yes. Meanwhile, you are importing. So the solution here was, why don't we create a platform that wherever you are, you can tell us you have fish or you are going to harvest at this time, and then we connect you to customers and people who are trying to get fish. They have to go to the market, they have to wake up at dawn, travel to a village. Most of the market women do that, so they usually wake up at dawn to go pick the fish from elsewhere. So we want to reduce all that stress with an efficient logistics system. We get the harvest from the farmers and then deliver to the eateries. So then you create that access to them, and it's quite a seamless process.
Does your company, apart from providing the contact, also provide logistics, i.e. transport?
Yes. So the platform is in a way that they don't really communicate over the platform. So on one platform is a short code, actually, *800 *28#. So if you're a farmer, you're dialing that short code to tell us, I have stock or I'm ready to harvest. Then if you are a consumer, you're dialing that short code to say, I need fish, this quantity, this size. So you don't necessarily communicate, but we see both sides. So then we connect your demand to your supply.
But that's intelligent.
Yeah, providing the delivery system. So again, we are not really cutting out people in the whole process. We are just putting all of them together and then making the process a bit more seamless. So we have the logistics system that goes to the farm to pick the fish, whatever village. You, the consumer, don't have to bear that. And then the farmer doesn't have to work out that either. We do that for you. So we connect.
So what's in it for you then, business-wise?
Business-wise.
Is that the trade secret? That's a trade secret. Okay, we'll come to that.
Yeah.
We'll come to that. But I think it's wonderful that we think of an idea to say, look, there's a lot of produce available. I'm not going to do all of the market produce. I'm going to do a section of it.
Yeah.
And there's great need for it. So I'm also going to be able to put people who need it in touch. It makes everybody's life simple, so that if I'm a restaurant, if I'm a local restaurant with the ones we call chop bars, and I need product, all I need to do is to send a little message to some
That's
short
all.
code.
Just
And
dial
then
the short code.
usually what's the turnaround time?
Okay, so we call you within working hours. So from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., you'd have someone call you and then take your order details. And so we also identify that lots of people we come into contact with or that actually buy fish are not really tech savvy. So if you are not tech savvy, we don't want to like disturb you with an app you can't manipulate or play around and all that. So just simple, the way you dial a phone number, you can easily dial the short code, then we take it from there. We get in touch with you, we take your details.
Okay. So if you are a restaurant, you're a chop bar owner, you are listening to us, JoyFM this afternoon, we're saying that instead of going around to chase, we're starting with just fish.
Yeah.
To chase all the fish that you use for your food every day.
Yeah.
You can get in touch with these guys and we'll put out the short code very shortly. There's a number to call or there's a short code to call, and that produce can be delivered to you and make your life simple, and then you can deliver. This makes your life simple. It's more efficient, you spend less, and then you can gain more.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about your challenges very shortly, but Growth Factor, what do you do?
So Growth Factor is a trade financing company, and through our product Invoicia, we help SMEs gain access to working capital.
Right.
So these are small businesses that provide goods and services to, I would say, large and credible companies. However, they are not paid immediately after delivery of goods and services. And meanwhile, they have to, so say maybe they make a delivery on the 1st of March. They will only be paid by end of April, right? And now, in between the 1st of March and end of April, they're getting more business orders, but then they cannot fulfill them because their money is locked up in that invoice. So we're saying to them, okay, let us buy your invoice, right? And then we'll verify it, check that your customer is going to pay at the end of April. We'll pay you early, meanwhile, so that you can move on with business, grow your business, and we'll wait for your customer to pay us. So
essentially what you do is you provide liquidity for suppliers.
Yes.
But this is with specific emphasis to the agricultural sector?
So we initially started out with the agriculture sector,
right.
But we also were not ignorant to the fact that the demand for this service is actually, it goes across many other different industries.
This is interesting. So it's pretty much free money for the entrepreneur. I'll come back to you shortly. If you just tune in, this is Masterclass here on your Superstation. We're discussing business and entrepreneurship with some of the women in this country who have started their own businesses or own their own businesses. But by all means, if you do have a vehicle, or if you drove to work this morning, or if you know someone who has a vehicle, then clearly fuel is something that you definitely think about or you buy at least once a week. Here is some good news for you. Goil New Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 loops are the best engine oils available for your vehicle. They are specially engineered engine oils which efficiently work on all modern petrol and diesel engines. They clean, they protect, they reduce fuel consumption, and definitely they prolong oil change intervals. And they also enhance your engine performance from startup till you switch off. Go to any Goil filling station today and grab the new Goil Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 engine oils for superior vehicle performance. Goil, good energy. Goil, they say yen ara yen dia. By all means, we are promoting made in Ghana, and Goil is our own. So by all means, we also want to be able to mention them here on the show. We also talk about Airtel Tigo Business. Airtel Tigo Business are supporting Masterclass. They are sponsors for the show. And Airtel Tigo Business say that they make your business simple. They make your business simple. And so is your business at a stage where your old communication methods just don't work anymore? Do you need business communication solutions that can help you move your business seamlessly from face to face? Then you need Airtel Tigo Business. Airtel Tigo Business is here to help your business adapt to the ever-changing environment with total communication solutions. You have the flexibility to choose from a wide variety of communication services to suit your specific needs at every stage of your business. Talk to Airtel Tigo today on 0577 999988. That's 0577 999988. And let them help your business evolve. Airtel Tigo, they say, making your business simple. Are any of you using Airtel Tigo in your businesses? If you are not, I recommend strongly that you use Airtel Tigo.
We're working on it.
You're working on it. Okay, so challenges. Someone is listening to the beautiful Invoicia. You provide liquidity. I'm going to come to how you do that ProFish, you also make sure that you bring people in touch from the fish farmers right to those who also use the product. And Estina, you also talked about Farm Cure, which is a solution to help deal with pests on the farm. Let's start from Estina. What are some of the challenges? How old is your business anyway?
We are just about few months.
Few months old.
Few months
okay.
old.
What's the staff strength? How many people work for you?
We are 4.
You're 4.
Yes.
Brilliant. So what are some of the challenges that you've faced since you started?
Okay, so I would say one of the challenges would be how to effectively get the farmers to adopt the pest traps that we produce, because some of these farmers have been farming for many years without, special technology that comes in to say, I'm going to solve your pest issues. You don't have to buy a lot of pesticide. You can save and then buy something else. So that is seeing a lady come up, a young lady come up to you to say, I'm ready to make your life simple. It's something that they usually don't take very seriously. So for Farm Cure, what we did is to run a free trial for most of the farmers.
Right.
Yes, for them to be able to see the results of what the pest trap can do. So that is a major challenge, because you have to meet lines, you have to meet KPIs, you set targets for yourself, and then you have to spend extra time trying to get the
and
farmers
extra resources, trying to get them to come in,
trying to get them to come in first before you start making money. So that is a huge challenge for I would say for my business.
So the initial overheads, trying to get the message out,
yes,
is what's hitting the business, and it's hitting you financially as well, isn't it?
Because
the free trials and the piloting costs money.
Yes, it costs,
and time and resources.
It costs, but it's worth it. We try to measure it against the outcome, the success of if they are able to, if they finally get convinced as to this works, then they come on board. So we realize that it's a nice way to go. To some of the farmers actually say, well, if it works, I'm ready to buy it, because I'm spending a lot of money on pesticide. At the end of the day, still I am not getting the results that I need. I have to spray every week or every 2 weeks, spending a lot of money. Some of these pests are stubborn and a whole lot of things. So if your technology really works, I am 100% in. So and we believe in our product and we know it works. So we just spend that extra resources and energy trying to get them on board first.
Right. I'll be coming to you, Tumi, shortly. If you want to send us a message, this is Masterclass here on your Superstation. You can do that on our WhatsApp lines on 0244 340 437. That's 0244 340 437. Send us a comment, send us a question for my in-studio audience. They will be able to answer the questions that you have. We'll be opening the phone line shortly, but ahead of that, by all means, do send us a message on 0244 340 437. To me, what are some of the challenges that I'm not sure why I'm asking about challenges, but free money, if I give you free money, what are some of the challenges that your business has gone through?
Can I first correct that it's not free money?
I like to call it free money. If I'm an entrepreneur and I'm listening, and I can get some financial liquidity to help my business in between invoices getting paid, that's free money.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how much I pay for it, it's free money.
All right.
But really, what are some of the challenges that your business has gone through?
Okay, so one of the challenges that we have gone through is that sometimes we're getting SMEs, small businesses that are not quite well structured. So we've had an example where we've had to actually help one of our SMEs, although they are incorporated and they are properly incorporated business, they do not have their books in line. So we had to actually start from the bottom up with them until they were at a point where we can say, all right, now we feel that it's safe enough for us to give you money. So you have businesses that they just cash a check and it just goes, sometimes it doesn't even go into their bank account. So their customers pay them, but they don't have proper record keeping of such stuff. So it opened up another avenue where we're saying, look, let us support you also in this point. Actively use your bank account. That's another way of actually remaining credible. And another point is that as a company that provides liquidity, we've also received invoices to the value that that is way beyond what our capacity, so we had to actually now speak to a few of our friends and families to say, look, come on board and let's just be a united front and get this thing rolling.
So two things come to my mind. Before any business can benefit, if they're listening and they want to be a part of or take advantage of your product, they have to be structured.
Yes.
They have to have a bank account. They have to have their books properly in line.
Yeah.
The business needs to be legitimate.
Yes.
They cannot also be a sole proprietorship, right?
Yes.
Right, because I remember you did mention something.
Yeah.
Can you just speak to that a bit?
Okay, so the reason that we cannot help sole proprietors is because with the limited liability, there is the legal structures there are much stronger than a sole proprietor. Should anything happen to you as a sole proprietor today, I have no one else to go to say, all right, can we move this the agreement that we had forward? So it's only limited liabilities that we can currently work with.
Okay, so that's that information out there. It's clear. If you want to take advantage of Invoicia, which is a product for Growth Factor,
yes.
Firstly, you need to be a limited liability company,
Yes.
and then you need to have your books straight.
Yeah.
The business has to be legitimate.
Yes, the business has to be legitimate. If your books are not straight and that's something we can correct, definitely we can do it without, we can go through the basics with you. Yeah.
Okay. I've got a question for you here on social media. This one is from, I don't have a name, but it says, please ask her, I'm afraid to me, about the threshold of the loan and which industry specifically. Okay, this one is from Akofa. Thank you for sending your name. Yes, please ask her about the threshold of the loan and which industry specifically they support.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of the threshold, we currently limit. Well, I don't want to say that we have a limit because we can, like I said, we also have friends and families that are supporting us. So if we can match your invoice ticket, then that's great. And
so let me help Akofa.
Yeah.
50K, 100K, 150K.
Yeah, you can, even if it's 150K, come to us. Let's let's speak and see how we can. Oh, she's saying 500K. So it would also. That's
Akofa, pick up the phone and call me, please. Now I'm going to open the phone lines. Phone lines are now open because of Akofa.
Yeah. So
0302-216-541. That's 0302-216-541. Please pick up the phone, give me a call. But I want Akofa to be my first caller. Pick up that phone and give me a call.
Okay.
Yes,
definitely.
500K.
So she has 500K. She also asked about the industries that we cater to. I did mention that it's not just the Greek sector that we are covering. We also go across other industries. But we do need to acknowledge that some industries are riskier than others. So there's a lot more verification that needs to be done.
Through.
Yes.
But yes, you can do 500K.
Yeah, we can definitely match you up to someone for that.
Okay. All right then.
Yeah.
Profish.
Yeah.
Challenges.
Okay, so we're talking about challenges, right? And is the reason we came together as ladies that participated in the KIC challenge, experiencing all these challenges, we decided to come together and then form the Hairways organization. So we are mainly working in the agri space, right? And over time we've realized that the number of ladies participating in agribusiness is dwindling. So even for the KIC challenge, it's open to all boys and girls, but then the ratio of men to ladies keeps going higher and higher. So in 2018 we had about 20 ladies to over 80 guys, right? And then in 2019 it drops to about 7 ladies to 90 plus guys. And so we are asking why wouldn't you want to venture, if you want to venture into business, we are thinking that your number one option should be agriculture before any other thing, especially if you are in Africa, Ghana specifically. You should think about agriculture first, because when it comes to the loopholes or the lapses and the opportunities those lapses present, it's enormous, and then you can actually make wealth from it. You can actually make profits from it, and some are short term, long term. And so for ladies, it's okay to start a business in fashion. It's okay to start with food. It's okay
even
to
in
start
trade. That's where most people are in trade. Yeah.
But then there's so many opportunities, so many in the agricultural space. So as we have gone through the challenge, probably it's fear that probably when I come into it's a male dominated space. So then we don't really want to come in. But then we are saying we've gone through it, we're experiencing these challenges, we can give you a hand or walk you through the process. So if you're a lady out there, you just completed school or you're working somewhere, or you want to start something on your own, and you are actually considering, you've not decided what sector you want to play in, you could consider agriculture. And when you're ready, Hairways is here to help you through. We are learning from our own challenges, so we are able to surmount them. And so when you come in, that's another thing. There isn't really much mentorship or guidance for ladies. Ladies support ladies within the organization. So you come in as a lady, you more free flowing, you don't really have the guidance, and especially if you're coming through KIC. So with all these experience, 3 of us here are representing Hairways organization. We are actually more than that. We have Edna, who is with Soil Solutions. We have Nyala Ofori with Farm Care as well. We have Kabuki, she's doing amazing in our cultural space, and then tech as well. So with that, for instance, myself with Profish, we've had various challenges, but we've been able to learn them over time. When you enter a new industry, they have seasons in the business. So you have your peak season, you have your low season. You can hear it, but you wouldn't know, or you wouldn't feel the impact until you experience the season. So it's still a young business, and then we are barely a year old, but then we are experiencing what happens in the sector. So this is now your peak season. You get there and oh, okay, so it's a peak season. This period, prices go high. There's less stock. Customers are doing this. You can't get stock here. Your suppliers are going haywire. Everything just.
Let me just ask this.
So you're able to.
Sorry. Usually you would have more supply.
Yeah.
Than demand.
Yeah.
Particularly when it comes to fish, because
yes.
we all know what happens in the industry. But have you ever had a situation where you had more to supply, more demand than products available?
It's actually more demand, less supply.
Really?
So currently, I'm saying, we are now learning the trend. So we are experiencing this trend and we are learning from it. From February till date, prices have gone very high because there is more demand. And so the prices have gone high, about 40% high. So that should tell you the demand is so high. You have customers who want the fish, and then you have suppliers who says we're out. And we had a bit of challenge somewhere last year, and so that also made the stock on the market reduce.
Right.
So then the demand is really high now.
Okay. I think I've got a caller on the line. I've got Stephen. Let's talk to Stephen. Good afternoon, Stephen. You're welcome to Masterclass.
Yes, good afternoon.
Talk to me, Stephen.
Yes, Toby.
Oh, hi, Stephen.
Yes, Sabona.
Sawonunjani.
Napila.
I don't understand what you are saying, but go ahead.
Well, I would like to talk to a lady who is doing the insect pen.
Right, go ahead. That's Ernestina.
Yeah.
Yes, we have about 14,000 species of insects.
Okay.
Some are very tiny, some are big, some have different, features and all that.
Okay.
Now, specifically, what kind of insects does your machine or your apparatus, is able to catch?
Okay. So.
Right, Stephen. Thank you so much. Keep listening. We'll answer that question for you. Right. So Stephen wants to know which types of insects.
Okay.
Yes.
So as I mentioned earlier, we are targeting flying insects. Flying pest insects, if I should say it that way for now. And then our pest trap is able to capture between 14 to 19 species. So we are not capturing, as I said, we're also dealing with the vegetable space. So it's not all the entire insects you can find, should I say, in the world, or affecting all crops that our pest trap.
So flying insects.
Yes, so flying insects, and specifically between 14 to 19 species.
Right. Okay. I've got Ajiman on the line. Let's talk to Ajiman. Ajiman, good afternoon. You're welcome to Masterclass.
Afternoon, boss. I'm enjoying the conversation with the lady.
Talk to me, Ajiman.
Yeah, I want to ask, with this agriculture action, are they into cash crops or fruits and vegetables? My main question is, with this current climatical change,
Mm-hmm.
how are they able to go about their plans? Because unlike 70s and 80s, whenever we are expecting the rains, we see them. But now, I don't know how it's going. And are they able to afford irrigation? Secondly, are they also getting any assistance or support from the government? Because the government is to urge us to grow more, whatever we consume here. So, are they getting any assistance from government? And how is the weather also treating them in terms of their crops?
Okay, all right. Please keep listening. We'll try and answer that question. Adima wants to know, but you are not planting anything.
No,
your solutions are not. From you guys are not planting anything.
No, we don't.
You're just enablers.
Yes.
Right. But he wants to know if you're getting any support from the government.
No, we are not.
You are not getting any support from the government. Okay. Now let's do this very quickly. I'm running out of time. If we want to find pro fish, if I'm let's say a fish farmer, I want to be able to get in touch with you and put my product out there. If I'm a restaurant owner, I want to be able to get some fish produce for my restaurant. What numbers do I call? Where do I find you? Where's your shop?
And so first you dial the *800*28# will reach you through that platform. You could also go to our website www.lojano.com. Then you could also call 054-670-1055. 054-670-1055.
Okay, what's the star?
*800*28#.
Please say it slowly. I'm sure somebody's writing.
*800*28#.
Okay, all right. And the URL is www.lojano.com. Okay, Ernestina, if we want to find Farm Cure, I'm a farmer. I need some help with some pesticides to deal with about the 14 to 19 species of flying insects, and I don't want to spend on chemicals. How do I find you? What numbers do I call?
Okay, so first of all, you can visit our website. We sell directly on our website. We have a place where you can order directly from our website. It's www.farmcureghana.com.
That's www.farmcureghana.com. Okay.
You could also visit our Facebook pages. We've had orders from our Facebook pages.
Okay.
So Farm Cure Ghana.
What numbers to call?
On Facebook. You can also call 0246 52 1995.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I need some help with dealing with pesticides, these are the numbers to call.
Yes.
0246 521 995.
Yes.
Okay. To me, growth factor. I need some free money. What numbers do I call?
All right. Our number is 050-055-0559.
And I'm confused. There's too many zeros and two fives. Too many fives. Okay, so 050.
Yes. 055 0559.
050-055-0559.
Yes, and you can actually WhatsApp that line. So it's a call in and WhatsApp line.
Right. And then if I want to find you on the internet on...
Okay, so website www.envoicia, that's NVOICIA.com.
Okay.
And on social media, it's Envoicia. But also visit our office at the Cosmos Energy offices. Yes.
Okay. I've got one last message here for you. I think this is from Ernestina. It says, I want to congratulate the ladies for the entrepreneurship drive. I'm really proud of them, especially Ernestina. The sky is their limit. I'm an alumni of Binkum Secondary. This is Nana Kwesi Azozo, New York City. All the way from New York City. Final words, 10 seconds. Let's start with you, Caroline.
So I want to say a big thank you to KIC and Cosmos Energy Ghana. They've been very supportive. They helped us through starting the business, giving us the resources and then the network, like everything they've got. They've been very supportive. And then they've given us the platform to also grow our organization, which is Hairways Organization. A big thank you to Ruth, Ben, Fred, Davida. Thank you, Stanley.
Okay, and then final words from you, Ernestina.
Okay, so my first thank you goes to Cosmos Energy and then the entire KIC team.
Right.
I started out being in the agric space, but I don't think without their help and support, I would have gotten this far in agripreneurship, to be specific. So I'm so much grateful to them for everything they are doing for us.
Brilliant. To me, final words.
A big fat thank you to Cosmos Energy and they are the KIC initiative. And also to all the SMEs that are experiencing working capital issues, get in touch with Growth Factor. We'll definitely work something out for you.
Okay, wonderful. Today's show has been exciting and it was brought to us by Airtel Tigo Business. Airtel Tigo, they say making your business simple. And it has also been brought to us by Goyle. Girl, they say good energy. Girl, Yanara, Yendia. This has been Masterclass right here on the Superstation. Next week, we continue with this discussion with some more interesting in-studio audience who probably will also be women. My name is Yabanafo. Up next is the news at 2. Thank you for listening. See you same time next week.